So I'm eating cold pizza. I was so sad because I only got to eat pieces of it. It was bomb. It was good, and their fries were good. Not only that, so I got some exciting things that are happening this year. I'm really excited about, so yeah. With my yeah. I don't know, someone gave it to me. They found this picture on Pinterest. I don't know whose room that is, but someone found the picture on Pinterest and gave it to me. I'm eating pizza. Well, I can't say. I'm not gonna tell all my business. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I wanted to thank the subscribers. Cause man, you helped my family a lot. Let me tell you. House arc. I wish I was getting a house. We still have to go to storage and see if we have that document. Wishing pregnancy on me? Oh no, don't do that. I don't need a baby right now. I'm getting a house, but we need the document, which we have to go to storage and see if we have. If not, I gotta buy the document. I'm not gonna pay for a document if we already have it. That's a waste. Plus, whatever other documents are in there with it, we need to see. Because we need the other documents that are with it. You could still be with the wizard. What you wished and waited for. You can have all you ever wanted. But I don't want that. No, I don't want that anymore. Anyways, I was gonna say something. And now I forgot. Oh, have you guys... You smell that? It smells like skunk.
What do you smell?
It smells like a skunk.
I don't smell it.
Unless, hold on. Do you smell that? Oh, it's probably this chicken. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be good cold. Yeah, bomb chicken and I would have ate it, but we had to go. It's good, but this is the thing about people, right? That I don't understand. Is that you be buying places from these foreign restaurants and being like, it tastes nasty. Well, that's because you're supposed to eat it right away. But I am chewing my food, sorry. That's what people say. They buy the food, they wait for like however long, like 5 hours, and then they eat it. Like Benny Blanco, when he ate a Jollibee, and he was like, the spaghetti tastes nasty. Well, of course you didn't eat it right away. Why don't you eat it when it's hot? I couldn't because I had to go somewhere. So I'm eating cold pizza, which is great cold, but other food not so much. And the spaghetti that comes from Jollibee is sweet spaghetti. So it's not like regular spaghetti because they eat it with chicken. So but there's something in the car because it keeps bam, bam, bam. So I don't know what's going on. An unknown fact. Yeah. I don't know if you want to eat it. It won't be good cold, but I really wish it didn't go to waste because it was good, but you know. No, it's not a squirrel. It's something bigger than a squirrel, and it keeps banging the hell out of the car, but always junk food? Yeah, you know why? Because I can. I can eat pizza if I want to. You know why? Because we can't have home-cooked meals right now, thank you. It's either ham sandwiches or peanut butter jelly. How am I going to eat healthy when I can't? Save your money? No, I don't want to. And actually, someone gave me money. Thank you to a supporter who literally said I could do whatever I want with it. So that's what I did. Also, I bought that solar panel charger, which I have to go get again because they didn't have it. So I'm going to have to go pick it up. And then tomorrow, man, I got so much stuff to charge. It's not even funny. I have to look for my double charging bank thing. My thing that you can put two plugs in because I need that. I have to charge my tablet. My Switch is charged, so I could probably play my Switch. But I wanted to watch that Diplo documentary. My brother said he watched the Vince McMahon documentary. I have to watch that one. And I also have to watch the John Benet Ramsey. So yeah, please tell me why we're in 2024 and we're still cultural appropriating. Can someone please explain to me why I saw more than one person being out today that was cultural appropriating and they weren't black? Please tell me. There was this girl that had matted hair that she thought looked good. It wasn't even dreads. It was matted hair, girl. Brush your hair out. Do not wear your hair like that, okay? It's matted. And then there was this guy walking into Taco Bell and he had braids in his hair. Bro, rip the braids out of your hair. Stop cultural appropriating. Then there was this guy. I couldn't really tell if it was cultural appropriation or not because I remember someone who used to wear their hair like that. Usually juggalos wear their hair like that. You know, people that are into ICP. It's kind of like a bunch of braids coming out everywhere. Like Coolio. But except it's not sticking up. It's like straight down. Why? We are in 2024. Or not 2024. Why do I keep saying 2024? We are in 2025 and we're still cultural appropriating. Cultural appropriating in 2025 is wild. Thank you. Sorry. But my throat. I got a spicy pizza. I don't know. My mom was right. They must have made a pizza with spice on it. Sorry. No, it's just like the spicy's hitting my throat. But I don't want that anymore. well, there's some exciting things, and I'll tell you guys after, because I can't tell you. It's something special that I'm doing with my mom that we're all doing. So yeah, I can't see. Mom, put your flashlight on. I need your flashlight.
What?
Your flashlight.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
I need to pour
I
it.
don't have my. I don't know where it's at.
Scroll down. No. It's not an app. You gotta go. Ah, nuts.
My other phone's not going on. That's why I needed the flashlight. I gotta see what happened. It
There
had
we
enough
go.
charge. Okay.
I gotta go slow, because if not, it still goes over the thing. Okay. Oh, Lord. Jesus. Hold on. What? No, I didn't throw up. I'm coughing. Jesus Christ. My mom needs a warm place to survive. She isn't gonna sleep like that. First of all, you don't even know what I'm doing, so I would suggest not suggesting things, guys. I'm not trying to be rude, but I do need to explain this. My situation is my situation, and I'm not gonna talk about what I'm doing in my situation because of the fact I'm being stalked, doxxed, and harassed. What makes you think I would tell you if I was getting a house or if I was getting anything? And what makes you think we're gonna be here for a long time? We're not gonna be here forever. But again, I'm not gonna say anything because, 2025 is a new year. As a matter of fact, I don't need to address nothing. We're in 2025. If you're still having an issue with me, please block me. Please leave that in 2025. Why am I still we're in 2025 right now, not still. Why am I in 2025 right now having to address something I've already addressed? I'm not addressing it again, I said so. So, no, I don't have to answer. Thank you for the gift points. I don't have to. So, there's that. I'm not going to address it anymore. I haven't watched Squid Games. What? Some people come in here and say the weirdest comments and get blocked. Jeez. You can't see my face because it's dark. They're just haters. Exactly. I don't have to address this. Like, how many times do I have to explain it? I'm working on something else before I get the house. I'm not going to wait to get the house because once we get that document, it's not going to be easy to buy a house. You do have to remember that it takes a while just to even secure a house when you're buying one. So that's a thing. And plus, people failed to realize I lived in a house twice, meaning that I know how much money it costs for lights and things like that. My parents were renting to own a house. People literally sit here and say, I hope you have money for this in your house. I hope you have money for house insurance. Like, literally, I know what the process is of owning a house. Especially, we were renting a house once, but we were also renting to own a house. So I know the expenses. Although the expenses are different from 2021 to now. We were in a house when 9/11 happened. I was going to school. I remember that day. I remember my mom was watching Little House on the Prairie. Next thing I know, I see a guy jumping out of a building. I didn't know what was going on. Mind you, my teacher scared the crap out of me. She said something she should have never said to elementary school kids, but she did. And I'm not going to say because you can't say the B word a lot of places, and it's B-O-M-B. She said that they were going to come B-O-M-B us, and at the time I was in elementary school, and I didn't know how serious this whole situation was because we had went to school. My uncle told my mom, you shouldn't have sent them to school. You should have never sent them to school. My mom didn't think, but she sent us to school. I was in elementary school because I came home crying. And I told my mom what the teacher told us because I was terrified they were going to come do something. I was in elementary school. You don't tell school kids that, but she did. And so then my mom was mad. My mom was like, your teacher should have never told you that. I didn't know that planes had hit buildings. I didn't know anything. The only thing I saw was a building on fire, a man jumping out of a building. It switched because my mom was watching Little House on the Prairie. And we always watched Little House on the Prairie in the mornings. Before I went to school, that's what I would watch. And so, yeah, I was terrified because when they were like, oh, they're going to B-O-M-B us, I was terrified because, you're little. You don't know what's going on. So, yeah. Liar, I was in elementary school in 2001. I was born June 6th, 1994. If you do the math on my birthday, I am 30. I'm going to be 31 this year. Also, yeah, you could do the math in 2001. I was in elementary school. So, yeah. Do the math. Yeah, and I keep saying today. This year is going to be a good year. I can feel it. I can feel it. Why? Because I know so. Wait. Fleetwood Mac. Running through the river. Where's my bonnet? Oh, which one are you talking about? The pink one? I need to get a new bonnet because see that one it's too small. It doesn't stay on my head. I need a larger bonnet that stays on my head, but I'll come to those crossroads when I can. Right now I just gotta get some new stuff. Right? I need some shirts. I'm probably gonna go shopping at Spencer's. We need to up the game, and I'm gonna have, never mind. Just, because I know people are gonna be like, why are you buying shirts if you live out of a car? And I'm not gonna say anything right now, so I'm just gonna stay quiet. It's not anyone's business. I'm not gonna even mention. Running to the river. I've been hearing that song because I've been hearing a lot of Beyonce, sorry. I got my tablet out of pawn. I got my stuff back, and thank God they didn't jack my Switch. So, yeah. Oh man. Like, thank you, God. Who is that? Oh, there's this truck. Okay, so there was this truck with a gigantic chain on the front of the truck, right? And let me tell you something, because this is funny. So, you know that song by Hump D? That's like, I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. I'm crazy. Straight gangsta Mac or something like that. I was like, okay, so that song, I was thinking about it because I was like, I once got busy in a parking lot at a senior center because this dude, mind you, right, we were sitting at the park over there, right? So this dude pulls up with this lady. They came in separate cars. She gets in his truck, right? Okay, I didn't think anything of it because dude had his shirt off. And I was like, okay, so maybe he likes driving with his shirt off. It's winter time, right? It wasn't cold at that time. Tell me why, when I walked where the truck was parked, there was a condom there, a used condom. Tell me why. They were doing the do. And we had just walked up to the car and was gonna get in, and this guy's doing the nasty in a parking lot with this lady in a truck that looks like a monster truck. What? And we were just coming from the park. Hey, it's none of my business. I didn't think anything of it because I'm like, oh, he has his shirt off. She got in her car. She left. He left. So then the other day I'm walking and I'm like, look, there was a used condom. I was like, what the hell? You couldn't go somewhere? Like, you couldn't just rent a rinky-dink hotel or a motel and just go there? You had to do it behind a senior center? Crazy. Like, you couldn't just... Oh, you know what I've been seeing? I've been seeing dead shop stores. Where in Albuquerque do they have one? I need are they called dead shops? Okay, so dead shop stores are stores that sell vintage toys and things, like vintage Disney stuff, like Jonas Brothers, Hannah Montana, Brat stuff. Like, I've been seeing dead shop stores so much on my For You page. It's crazy. So I said, let me try to look one up here. We don't have one, or if we do, I don't know. They had a Bratz pinata. They had a Victorious pinata, and I was like, unopened mystery boxes from the early 2000s. Belts that have the stars on them, like the pink belts with the glitter stars. I was like, bro, Hannah Montana stuff, glasses, Jonas Brothers stuff. I was like, you could not. And then I looked up and it said, I clicked in Albuquerque, this girl, and I said, hey, where's that at? Because it looked like downtown. It was not in Albuquerque. It was not even in New Mexico. Help. Yeah, I still like K-pop. Ew. Somebody else. Like, where are these stores? Where are these dead shop stores? Thank you for the lantern. I need these dead shop stores. I need it. I need it so badly. The shares are I know that's not my room. I've already stated this a long time ago. I never said it was my room. Someone gave me the photo from Pinterest and said to use it because I was using a brick a pink brick or something. They said it was too overstimulating. So they told me to use this one. And that's what I've been using ever since. Thank you for the crane. Pinterest. However you say it. Pinterest. I once got... Now I got that part stuck in my head from Humpty. I once got busy in the Burger King bathroom with crazy chickens. R.I.P. Humpty, but... That's what I could think of when I saw that condom. I'm sorry. That's... Ugh. Like, how? Why? How? I have so many questions. You couldn't wait? You just had to? No, I haven't watched Squid Games. I'm jealous of someone having relations in a parking lot in a truck that looks like a monster truck. No. You could have rented a hotel to do that. Anyways, there's this group that almost debuted. Well, I don't know if they debuted. I don't think they debuted. That got canceled already and lost half their members. K-pop group. There's a K-pop group coming here, and I didn't even know they were coming. To New Mexico, Albuquerque, actually. And K-pop groups never come here. I hope that's the start of more K-pop groups coming. Also, I need to save my money because I gotta work on a lot of my social media. So if you are, please make sure you follow me on YouTube, on Instagram, wherever else. Also, what I was going to say is that because I'm trying to save money in case BTS goes on tour this year, but I really wanted to go see Kendrick Lamar, and I don't know. Kendrick Lamar tickets just might be too expensive. It might be out of my range because I want to have enough money. I don't want to go like I went last time and be like, oh my god, I'm stranded. No, I'm gonna be able to be by the stadium and walk around and, you know, do things in Vegas. By that time, we'll be good and ready. Both of my TikTok accounts did good, so I'm getting paid well, which is really gonna help. So yeah, instead of Vegas, no, I'm gonna go back to Vegas. You don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Thank you. There's a lot of people that supports me. I'm cold. Maybe get a home first. Who is giving me money to go to a concert? Are you crazy? Maybe just don't assume that if I'm talking about a concert, don't you think that I would have everything together before I go to a concert? So if I'm talking about a concert, that must mean that I'm working towards getting my stuff together. So don't assume I'm not going to have any stable living situation or a living situation in general before I go to a concert. What is your problem? This is not John Madden, okay? We are not playing NFL, okay? I'm not giving you a play-by-play of what I'm doing. I'm not explaining myself anymore. I've already said it. So, if you think I'm going to a concert without having a living situation, you must be crazy. I want to go see SZA and I want to go see Kendrick, okay? And if I can't because I don't have a place, then I'm not going to. But I know I'm going to have a place by then. So, maybe, just maybe, worry about yourself. It's the year 2025. Start thinking of yourself and stop thinking about others. If you're spending too much time in someone else's personal business, then you need to go, You need to check yourself at the door and make sure you turn right back around and worry about yourself. Stop worrying about other people in 2025. That's not going to get you to where you need to go. You ain't going to get anywhere in life worrying about other people. Worry about yourself. If someone's ruining their life, right? Let's say someone is not doing what they have to do and pertains to their situation, then why are you so focused on if they're doing something or not? Let them ruin their life. You don't need to sit here and say, stop giving someone money. People are going to give me money, and I have done the right things with it. Actually, I bought that solar panel charger. Otherwise, people, and I'm not mentioning usernames, the one that have supported me and gave me money, literally said I could do whatever I want with it. So, with that being said, I got something to eat, because you know why? I was hungry. It was New Year's Eve, and I wanted some pizza. Thank you. Or New Year's Day, actually, not New Year's Eve, it was New Year's Day. And I wanted some pizza. I was starving. We don't get hot meals. We don't get any of that. So, there's that. Like, you guys have to be kinder in 2025 and stop being rude. You know I'm being harassed. You know my whole situation on social media. So why would I come on here and even have to explain myself over and over again? I'm not going to tell you if I'm getting a place or not, because I don't need people trying to follow me. I don't need people trying to dox me. I don't need people trying to figure out nothing. What's my business is my business, and what's yours is yours. I've already said that this money is going to help my family. So where in this money that I have made on social media, which I wouldn't have made at a job, where did I say I was going to go to a concert? I said that I want to go see SZA and Kendrick, but I said it might be out of my price range. I don't know about regular tickets. K-pop tickets they're expensive, but mine were like $200, $300. Mind you, it's not that hard, but I'm just going to, enjoy life. Why am I gonna, even if I have a living situation, why should I have to sit around and be miserable? I want to travel again. I want to go. I don't want to be stuck. I'm not a miserable person. I just said I have exciting things coming in 2025 pertaining to my personal situation. So how does that make me miserable? I'm not miserable. I just said I have exciting things coming. So how does that make... I am happy. I'm not miserable. I'm cold. 2,000 shares is crazy. I can't turn off the green screen because you won't be able to see me. It's dark. You already saw that it wasn't tracking me. What is this thing? No. Yes, I do stand shiny. I kept seeing shine and I was like, what? So, yeah. Ew. Thank you for the lanterns. Everyone's laughing at me. Well, you won't be laughing when I have a house. No, you won't. No, 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 no. I'll be laughing in my house. That's what when I get a house too, I'm trying to figure out, cause I don't know what places we have. We probably have an IKEA. I don't know if we do for furniture, cause I'm like, how do you order your furniture? Like, well, let's say like you have a house and you closed on it. Like, cause you can't order furniture before you know if you've got your house, right? If you bought a house. So I'm like, how should I order my furniture? So that way it's there so I'm not sleeping on the floor. Although we might have to sleep on the floor until our furniture comes in. But the thrift shop does have good furniture because my dad used to get some furniture from Goodwill. But the issue being is I want to get brand new beds, which I think I can order from Amazon. and have them set it up, because there's people you can pay to set up stuff. That's what I think. I think there's some nice beds on Amazon. Order a house from Amazon. That's $10,000 I don't got. Do you got $10,000? Plus, where would you put it? It has to be on certain property. And I don't know if there's property here that supports a Amazon house. You have to put that house on a certain property. I have the... I'm not even going to say how I have the money. And I'm not getting a loan, because I am not going to be a dummy that gets on a loan and then I'm stuck paying a loan. No, thank you. Stay dreaming. Okay. You know, that's the one thing. I don't really, you know. I'm going to have the brights on. But yeah, you can't afford anything. I'm not even gonna say it. Well, I'm probably gonna get off too, because I'm gonna get under these blankets. Where are the galaxies? Far, far away. In space. Boo, 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 boo. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not famous, but thank you. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I'm doing A-okay. You know. The guys are getting crazy. That is a crazy username. So is that one. How is it we're in 2025 and we haven't even started a year? Thank you for the confetti. And dang, a lot has happened. The freaking 70,000 men. 70,000 men in that telegram. That, thank you, that literally said they wanted to, trigger warning guys, go rape their mothers, their sisters, and their wives, and some of them have posted videos in there. That is wild. 70,000 men? 70,000 men? That is crazy. My car is not gonna explode. I didn't send nudes to a minor. Why are you lying? First of all, why am I even addressing that? That's like, why did I even feel the need to say I did it? I know I didn't. Like, what? Bye. Like, why did I even read that? Like, I should just block people. They're just gonna try to get me to get angry, and it's not gonna happen. You're just gonna get blocked. There. Anyways. So, yeah. Now, on top of that, there was this guy, because, you know, I saw it. I literally saw this guy that got mad because this lady's kids was loud, and said that, she said, so anyways, this lady literally told this dude to leave, and he said this right in front of his mother because these kids pissed him off, right? He got mad that they were making noise. This unemployed dude came downstairs because he's unemployed, he's got no job, to yell at someone about their kids being loud, and had the nerve to say trigger warning, and said, I'm a grape your kids. What? In front of his own mother, and then got told to get out. Huh? What? What? And had the nerve to say he was going, yeah, I'm not repeating it. And then they were like, get out, leave. I was like, bro, because the kids were loud. Man, okay, that's not the only thing I was gonna say, because this is getting crazy. I'm in the B2 top 100%. That is crazy. The B2 league. I was on D2 on my main account for like the longest time. Jack, do you want to get blocked? Don't tell me what subject to change. Please. Stop saying I'm sick because I'm talking about what someone else said. Don't do that. I get so annoyed that subscribers love to come in here and be negative. If you don't like it, you could leave, Jack. How am I sick for saying what somebody else said and I said that is wrong of him to do? Please. Like, I get so freaking annoyed. People don't learn. Like, it's so annoying. Like, let's not start 2025 off. It is weird what he said. Why is it weird for me? I didn't say that. I never said anything like that. Can we not? It's weird what he said, not what I said. I know it's a sensitive topic. That's why I said trigger warning. Do people not listen when I say trigger warning? I said trigger warning and then I said it. You guys have to learn. When someone says trigger warning, if you can't handle it, please leave. Fair warn. When people say trigger warning, that's your cue to leave. If you're easily triggered on the internet, guys, you shouldn't be on the internet because you don't know if you'll scroll into something that triggers you and you can't handle it and then you get mad and you blame the person. Please, let's not do that. If you can't handle something on the internet, especially if it's triggering like that, and there's a lot of those topics on TikTok, you do not have the mental capacity to be on TikTok. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Like, if you don't have the right headspace for, because I came across what that dude said on TikTok. If I was easily triggered, I would not be on TikTok because the amount of stuff I've seen, it's triggering to people and I understand. But when someone says trigger warning, that's your cue to leave. Don't stay and get mad and then tell someone to not talk about something because you should have already left. It's not my responsibility for your triggers. If you're easily triggered, you should not be on TikTok because there's a lot of that. A lot of it. I don't need to be quiet, but thank you. It's my live stream. don't even know anymore. Oh my God. You have gotta go. I was gonna say something too. In 2025, why the heck am I seeing a voodoo doll of myself? Stop. I cannot. Go away. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Oh no, you can't do that. You know, if you say I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, that's sad. On my For You page, it popped up. There was this voodoo doll, and I said, what voodoo doll is this? It had a belt. It had very tight pants on. It had long black hair. It looked off. I was like, who is this? And then when I heard the audio, I heard myself. I was like, what the heck? That doesn't even look like me. And I was like, why the heck is there a voodoo doll of me on my For You page? I don't want that energy. Take it somewhere else. I was like, bro, it came on my For You page. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I was like, no, I don't want it. Exactly. No, it's not. First of all, Mr. Petty, it sounds like you are literally forcing yourself to talk with black scent. Like, it literally sounds like you are trying to act black. I'm just saying, like, you ain't gonna beat these allegations of people saying you a white boy. You literally are trying to force yourself. I'm just saying. Because he said, it looked like he said honey child. Like, he never talks like that. Come on now. We all know how Mr. Petty talks. Mr. Petty doesn't talk like that. That's what I do. How do I talk with a black accent when I'm black? Someone help. Petty is not a girl. Petty is a guy. Petty is a guy who dated a guy. Let's not lie. Unless he lied to that guy and he was not a guy. Petty is not a guy. Misgendering is crazy. No, Petty is a guy that dated a guy. There's a whole situation that happened that I'm not bringing up because the other person is not here, nor do I want to go back to that or bring it up because it's not my situation. It was a guy dating a guy. Some stuff happened, and I'm not even going to go into it. There's nothing wrong with a guy dating a guy, but Mr. Petty was a horrible person. So let's not sit here and lie for Mr. Petty, because Mr. Petty was a guy dating a guy, and he treated that person very horribly. And where said person lived, they don't really condone guys dating guys. It was a whole thing, which was not cool for Mr. Petty to treat that person like SHIT on the back end, considering the fact he knew the whole situation. And literally, he's garbage. Well, also, okay, Mr. Petty, lie all you want to. You can lie all you want to. Because it was messages being sent to my mother. It is my business because Mr. Petty is a POS. That's why it's my business, because Mr. Petty loves to run group chats and talk crap on my name and my family's name when we did nothing to him. He loves to talk dirty and have all these people say nasty stuff in his Discord. And he also loves He also loves to have people post photos of black people and very racist photos of them being strange fruited, but doesn't want to admit that. Don't use the F slur. You will be blocked. Don't use the F slur. Not in here. I'm lying? Well, there's actually message proof. How am I lying? Why do you think a lot of people are saying Mr. Petty is disgusting on my mom's station head? That's not a lie. Now is it? I don't have any proof because like I told my mom, I do not want to see anything. That's what I literally told my mom. She's the one who has everything. I said, do not show me anything. Do not tell me anything from Mr. Petty's group chat. I do not want to hear it. It's negative. I don't want to hear when she tries to tell me about Reddit. I said, don't tell me. I need to keep myself positive. I need to keep my mental and my mind in the right mind space because my mental hasn't been doing good. I got to start taking care of myself. I don't care what people gotta say on Reddit. I don't care what people gotta say anywhere. Mr. Petty is not a good person and I wouldn't be sticking up for him. Because my mom did show me that photo of those black people when they posted it in the group chat and I went off. And I literally do not want to see any of that. But the fact is that someone did come to me and say, Mr. Petty, which I have to go through and find that message. They showed me a white boy who was overweight and said it was Mr. Petty. And Mr. Petty's trying to get people to believe they're black when they're not. So, I don't know. At that time, I was like, I don't know, because Mr. Petty seems nice. And then Mr. Petty wasn't nice. Why do you think his name is Mr.? And what's crazy is his name is Mr. Petty, but you keep saying I'm misgendering him. It's not Miss Petty, it's Mr. Petty for a reason. That is so crazy that people are sitting here saying you're misgendering someone whose name is literally Mr. Petty. Like, Mr. Petty, stop lying. You never had an issue with being called Mr. Petty when you was on my mom's station head and when you was on my main account and you was sending me money to buy a game. Let's be truthfully honest. If I had known this is how you was gonna turn out, I would have not accepted anything from you. You literally lie to people. You had a group chat where you talk ish about me and I didn't do anything to you. And I feel like you got mad at me and took it out on me because the Discord tried to dox you and the other person. And you know who. You know who. You saw me pooping today? Well, that's funny because I was at the library all day. So how was I pooping? You saw me pooping, but how? If I wasn't here all day, well, I was, but I was at the library. And then I went somewheres. You have to have a major. You have to be going to school to become a librarian. But yeah. Anyways. So yeah, it's just crazy. You know? Like, I'm getting sued for slander. Oh, Mr. Petty, you're gonna sue me. You don't even got any proof I slandered you. Where's your proof? Oh, I pooped out. How did I poop outside the library if there was cars? They have a bathroom inside. That doesn't make sense why I would poop outside of a library that has a bathroom I could use. That doesn't make any sense. That's funny. That's funny. Thank you for subscribing. I'm probably gonna go cover up and get under because I can't let this phone die down any more than what it is because I didn't get to charge my phone. I mean my charger, fully charge it because, you know, they were closed on New Year's Day. They opened today. And I had to charge it all the way, but I wasn't at the library all day because I had to go somewheres. So yeah, I had to pick up my portable charger, which they said they don't have, and it might be at the post office tomorrow. So I'm hoping. And then I had to get my tablet out of pawn, and I was at the library for most of the day, but you know, that's where I'm at, and my nose is running, so yeah, well, I'm working on some things. We're not going to be able to get a house soon because of... No, not yet. We're not going to be able to get a house soon because we need that documentation. And we're going to have to go to storage soon and get that anyways because we have to go to storage for something else. But, yeah, so there's that. So once we are able to go to storage and I can figure out the documentation stuff, you know, what document, why am I gonna say what document? It's none of your business. Anyways, oh, I don't know why I'm grabbing it. I have to wait because my tripod's there. Huh. Yes, I do need a document. It's none of your business what I'm doing. Oop. I doubt there's any... Wow, this document got stolen. Supposedly, my mom says, not from the Jetta.
I don't know why these people think we're lying about anything. We're gonna show them that.
We got robbed out of the station wagon. The station wagon was parked.
They're just dying to know what we're doing, and they're not gonna know what we're doing.
No, I'm not telling anybody anything. The station wagon was parked out of the place we were staying at, which was in town suites. My brother couldn't have it. My brother couldn't have it towed because there was a lot. He was trying to get it towed. It got tagged, so then he was like, "I'll tow it." He was trying to figure out how to tow it. We kept going to the car and we grabbed most of the important stuff. There was a signature which my mom had just gotten, which I know she put it in store. She's saying she didn't. She had it in the station wagon. I know she didn't have it. It was the signature she got from Thomas E. Howell from The Outsiders. So I said, no, you left it in storage. It had our important documents in it, which I don't know why. But she put it in the plastic because our documents had a plastic and it would protect the signature. That's why she put it in there. Because of that, so now I'm telling her it's in storage and she's saying it's not. I'm going to prove to her it's in storage. If it's not in storage, it did probably get stolen. She's probably right. But I told her we were standing in storage and she said it was getting smashed and she left it in storage. She's saying she didn't. She remembers that she said that, but she put it in the drawer. I don't think so. So, before I pay money to get a document that we may already have, we can just go to storage and look. But I don't know, because it's hectic in storage. My brother really did a number to storage, so. I don't even remember my graduating GPA. I got straight A's in my senior year. I graduated with straight A's. I got an award because I was on honor roll or something. My senior year. We don't know what the heck it is. It's still in the car because early this morning it was banging the heck out of the car. So, yeah, I don't remember what my GPA was because I know they have a thing for like seniors or something. I don't know what it was. So what it was is that whoever got straight A's their senior year, they had this event where you can draw a ticket and win a car. You had a chance in a raffle to win a car. You didn't have to pay for the raffle. You just go and they give you a ticket and you have a possibility of winning a raffle. Of winning a car. But my dad at the time, what happened was that he said it was not about making money. It was a waste of time to go and try to win a car. I wasn't going to win anyways. And I was like, how would you know? You don't know if I'm going to win a car or not. And it's free. It was a free event. It was a special event for seniors. From every high school who graduated with straight A's for a possibility to win a car. And at the time, my dad was real sick because he wasn't on his medication. And to him, if it was not about making money, we couldn't do it. Like, I didn't even go to prom because actually prom was expensive, but it wasn't the expensive part because I was in student government for most of my year, except I couldn't go anymore because I had to go to classes early at like 6. I had to be at high school at 6 because sorry, my leg hurts and my nose is running because I had I had a position I was upholding. I was fundraising secretary, and because I had a position in student government, we had to go to class at like 6. So we had to take early classes if you were like vice president, if you were president, if you had like a position, right? You had to go. So anyways, then I couldn't go in the mornings because my dad said I was failing classes, which I was, but they put me in the wrong class. That's why. So then I failed chemistry and I had to like quit. I just had to quit. He said, you have to quit because you're failing classes. And I had to be passing classes to do that class anyways. And so then, that's basically what happened. And a lot of the stuff I couldn't do, like my prom, I always wanted to go to prom because I always loved that movie Pretty in Pink. And if you know anything about the movie Pretty in Pink, in the movie when Andy's like, Andy's friend is like, I figured it was side effects from not going to prom. Like, I always thought I would regret. Like, oh, I didn't go to prom. I never went to my prom. And I would have side effects of not going to prom. That type of thing. But I went to enough dances in high school where I'm not bothered if I didn't go to prom because I went to like almost every dance except prom. And if it wasn't about making money, then I couldn't do it. I almost didn't graduate. My dad said, you can't graduate because they wanted $300 for the cap and gown, right? It was a thing that seniors had to pay $300 for their cap and gown. We couldn't afford that at the time. My parents were broke. We were paying $2,000 in bills for this house. We had a dance that was rave above the influence. We had a masquerade dance that was like Phantom of the Opera themed. What happened was I was a part of that reveal for the Phantom of the Opera dance because I was in student government. So I helped with most of these dances, which is why I was able to get in. I didn't have to pay. We put a banner for like the Phantom of the Opera, and we had to get like the half masks, Phantom of the Opera mask, and then we revealed that it was like a Phantom of the Opera dance. We had it at a hotel. It was a masquerade dance. Let's see. There was a dance in the gym, but I can't remember. There was one that was rave above the influence. Let's see. I went to dances in middle school because our middle school dances weren't after school. They were during school until school ended. So what they would do is they would have things for students to do. If you didn't want to go to the dance, you can go walk the bosque. Like a teacher would take you walking to the bosque. Sorry. I got scared, but it was the cat. Anyways, the teachers take you walking through the bosque. You can go to a classroom and watch movies. You could do arts and crafts. You could go to the gym because they had the dance in the cafeteria. So for students who didn't want to go to the dance, they went to do something else. Or if you were in trouble, you were an ISS, so you couldn't go to the dance. And so I went to a lot of middle school dances. Even when I was a freshman, and middle school, when I was in 6th grade, I went to my middle school dance before I moved schools. And I always went to dances, so it didn't bother me if I missed my prom. But the issue being is that my dad said if it wasn't about making money, we couldn't go. I remember my dad bought me a table at Goodwill because he wanted me to read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he forced me to read business books. And he told me I had to know about every rich person. He would ask us who is the world's richest. It was obsessive. He was obsessed of being like, one of us had to be rich, right? See, my brother's really good at electronics. My brother is really good at electronics. So what he would do is he would flip-flop. He would say, well, your brother is going to work on computers. You have to do stocks. Like, I didn't have a choice of what I wanted to do, even though I wanted to own a restaurant. He would tell me, restaurants are oversaturated. There's too many restaurants. You don't want to own a restaurant because it's not worth it. It's oversaturated. There's too many of them. Just do stocks. Like, this is where the money is. Then he would say, you don't have to do it. Because then, at first, my brother was going to a school where he was in a mechanic class. So he knew how to somewhat work on cars. He has his license in brakes. He can do brakes. That's what he can do. So then, my dad would be like, oh, you don't have to do stocks. Your brother's going to do it. So he would force my brother. And then he would say, your brother's going to be a mechanic, so he can't do stocks. Somebody's going to have to learn. I need you to do it because, he was always, man, I don't want to be like famous to the point where I need bodyguards and security because the way he was talking, he was like, you're going to have a bodyguard when you go somewhere with a guy or somewhere, you go on a date, your bodyguard's going to have to be with you at all times because when we become rich, you guys are going to have to be well protected with bodyguards because people are going to want to come after you because I'm rich or something like that. It was always like everywhere we went, we had to have a bodyguard. Like the way he was talking was like if I had to go to a bathroom, the bodyguard was right there. I was like, bro, I seen how celebrities are with bodyguards. My dad has bipolar, so this talk was like insane. And I did not want any parts of it at all, because I was like, bro, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy talk. And I'm like, I never want to be famous like that. Because imagine having to walk around with bodyguards everywhere. Having bodyguards. Because my dad, at the time, he did have a business he was running. And he also has an LLC where he has a licensed record label. He was trying to run a record label that was going to have rap, rock, gospel, country, hip hop. He was trying to do another record label, and he had some artists with him. He actually put on an event where he had his artists perform, and he has some really good rappers, some really good talented artists, but that didn't work out, and it fell through because he didn't get as much turnout as he wanted to for the event. But it was called Tophia Hit City. He named it after me. It's THC Records, Tophia Hit City, not THC like the substance. So, but anyways, he did get it registered. He paid to register, but it just didn't work out. So then he was saying, like, when we become rich, you're gonna have to go to a private school. You will no longer. He said, you won't be able to live a normal life and go to a public school. I was like, bro, he wanted to be up there like Warren Buffett, like Bill Gates, Carlos Slim Hulu. He was reading books. I don't know if you know who Lee Iacocca is. He's a guy that worked for or ran or did some stuff for Ford Motors or whatever it was. Anyways, it was crazy because we had to know all this information. We had to know everything about who is the world's richest. He would sit there and rant for hours. To be truthfully honest with you, there's some videos that I wish weren't out there, but they are. And I know someone's gonna find them somewheres, probably resurface. My dad used to force us to stand in the background while he talked about the government and posted it on YouTube. Some guy made a whole article on him saying, what this guy is saying is the truth. You guys need to listen to him. This guy is incredible. But the only thing I don't like is he has his family standing in the background. All weird. Like, my dad was not on his medication, so we couldn't say no. He literally took pictures. He literally made us hold up money and take pictures. He told me to put my hat on because at that time I used to have a snapback, a UNM snapback hat that I bought because I was going to UNM at the time. So he bought me this hat, and he said, stand there and take a picture in your hat. I didn't have a say. I would tell him no, and he would get mad. So me and my mom and my brother both had to stand there and take pictures. I remember one time we didn't get ready, and I just threw on whatever I had, and I went to Walmart with him, and he drug us to take pictures, and my mom said no, because, you know, at that time Walmart used to have where you could take the family photos, and my mom said, we're not ready, we're not dressed for photos. And he said, well, you're gonna take these photos. And so then we were forced to take those photos, which is the photos that he has. And my mom didn't like those. She always said, I hate those photos, because we were not dressed for family photos. It was things that, and on top of that, because he was not on his medication, he was taking testosterone pills. And if you know anything about that, that was even worse. That was making him worse. He was taking testosterone pills on top of not taking his pills. So the testosterone pills was making him worse than what he was. And it was a bad time. I had holes in my shoes because at that time I was 18. I couldn't get a job because I was making sure my mom was all right. My dad's not a horrible person, mind you. When he's on his medication, he's fine. Like I said, we go through moments like that with him, and it's hard to keep him on his medication. He has the worst type of bipolar that somebody else might have the same type he has, but he's schizophrenic, which schizophrenia does not help when it comes to taking medication, because sometimes people believe they're being poisoned by the government, which is why he didn't want to take his medication, because he believes the government is poisoning him. You know, it's just hard. How do you force someone to get on their medication when they think the government's poisoning them? It was stuff like that. He would get mad and not take it. So then he was taking these testosterone pills that was really making his mood even way worse than what it was. And I remember it was like 2 miles or a mile. It was a far walk from my house to this gas station. And when he needed cigarettes, he needed cigarettes. And we had to walk all the way there to get, because he would get his disability check. And then we had to walk home, and I had holes in my shoes because at that time I was 18. I couldn't work because I was having issues with my father. It was very difficult. We lived way on the west side, which was out in the middle of nowhere. I would get stickers because, you know, it's in the desert. There's like these stickers. I had holes in my shoes. I didn't have socks at that time because most of my socks had holes in them. I got stickers on my foot. I would tell him, like, look, my shoes have holes in them. Well, I don't care. You're going to go get me these cigarettes, because he had a smoking problem that was bad. A very, very bad smoking problem. When my grandma, because my grandma had a bad smoking problem, he would take her to buy tobacco and drugs. Are you kidding me? Anyways, this is crazy. I caught 2 restrictions. Okay. So, these candies, he would buy her cartons of candies, if you get what I'm trying to say, because I'm censored on TikTok. He would buy her these carton of candies, and when she bought him a carton of candies, I would be happy that he got the carton of candies, so I wouldn't have to walk to go get a carton of candies, okay? So anyways, these carton of candies, it was just like sweets. When you get addicted to sweets, it's hard not to stop with sweets, right? So anyways, you know, that's basically where all of this stuff stems from. So when I turned 15, I tried to get a job. He said, let me help you. He said, I can talk to the manager because I know I'm real good friends with the manager at McDonald's. I was like, okay, sure. Cool. I was like excited. You can't work because you have to be 16. I was like, okay, fine. I wait till I turn 16 because my birthday's in the summer. Everyone else, when they're turning 16, I was turning 15. So then I turned 16, and she was like, well, they changed the child labor laws. Now you have to be 18. And I was like, great. I have to wait 2 more years. So in the time of waiting 2 more years, when I turned 18, I was stuck. There was a lot going on with my family anyways. And basically, you know, that's why I never, like at 18, you know, I just barely graduated high school on my 18th birthday. Like a month before my birthday, I graduated high school. So, no, I'm not autistic. And I do have to get off because my phone is dying down and my charger is not charged enough. I need my portable charger, so I need to charge my phone. But anyways, guys, have a good day or night where you guys are. We'll see you guys later. I gotta go because my phone is dying. Well, there's nothing to finish except the fact that, you know, we had to deal a lot with my dad and his mental illness. But anyways, guys, have a good day or night where you guys are. We'll see you guys later. Stay safe. Yeah, I have to go because my phone is dying down. I didn't get to charge my charger all the way because I had to run an errand, which prevented me from doing that. So, anyways, have a good day or night where you guys are, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. I'm sorry. I gotta go. My phone is dying. Live streams kill your phone, so I gotta go. Bye, guys. Stay safe. Have a good New Year, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.